It's kind of interesting, actually. It doesn't even tell you to assemble the beam sabers. So, alright. Well, one less thing to do. Okay, so let me give some final thoughts on this kit, I guess. Compared to the Silver Bullet, there are less things that you get with it. The Silver Bullet has arm incomms, it has back incomms, it has a shield with a big sort of beam cannon-y thing built into it, and it has a Jagan rifle, which you actually get the Jagan rifle in here, but I'm not going to build it. And you get beam sabers. This, you really just get the beam magnum in terms of accessories. There's no shield. You get the spare arms in the back, of course, and the little dealy-do gimmick thing to move them around and plug them up. And you can, replace the front one, and it works basically the same way it does in the movie, which is kind of a cool little effect there. I would say if you've already built the Silver Bullet, and you didn't really like the Silver Bullet because of some of the shortcomings of this kit, this does fix some of them. It doesn't fix all of them, so if you're really sensitive to the issues that it doesn't fix, like, for example, the painted elements on the legs and on the hips, you're probably still not going to like this. If you've never built a Silver Bullet or a Dovin Wolf, I'd say this is a pretty easy recommendation, honestly. Ugh, come on. Come together. Alright, there's the beam rifle. Let's see if he's going to have any issues standing. I haven't really, like, meddled with him to get him in a standing position just yet, to figure out, like, where he needs to be to manage this backpack. Come on, buddy. Don't fail me now. He's probably going to have to lean forward a tiny bit, to be honest. Just because of the weight of the backpack and how high that, center of gravity is. But he can stand pretty well on his own. So there he goes. He's not super stable, but he's not bad. I could probably do a better job of getting the feet under him, but not terrible. Honestly, for his size, I'd say the articulation's pretty good. You got an arm bend that high. The legs are going to have the exact same amount of articulation as the original Silver Bullet, which is not great. It's about that right there. You can bring the leg up really high, but the knees themselves can only go so far. The ankles have actually really good articulation. And this does move up a little bit, so maybe the forward bend is not great. In terms of things that I would like Bandai to have done better, is you get a lot of these blank surfaces. And I'm going to zoom in now because we're just going to be talking about the kit now. You get a lot of these blank surfaces in these little vents here. Now they do a good job with the ones up here, where there's, like, you can kind of see when I shade it, there are a couple different levels in there. Like, that's what I would like to have seen in here, or some texture or something. And you get a lot of those little blank areas throughout this build. Like there in the crotch, in the backpack, back of the arms. Areas like that could be textured. That's something you can do with plot plate on your own. Not impossible. There is a good level up of detail compared to the original Silver Bullet. I like how the gimmick on the back works. I like that it can actually pull the arms down and plug them in all on its own. I like that they have upgraded some of the parts throughout the kit, like this white piece is now a separate part versus basically relying on a sticker, which was pretty much the case on the old Silver Bullet. I like that they've added little armor details. They improved the way the shoulder comes together, and they pretty much eliminated the seam line on the head, which is really nice. Also, the poke-throughs with the orange throughout the head are really good. So all of that is makes for a pretty decent high grade. And you know, as a couple of you guys have noted, he is very big. So again, the Silver Bullet here and the Jim Cannon, these are the same grade, essentially from the same universe, although many years apart. And clearly the Silver Bullet is quite a bit bigger than the Jim Cannon. So good level of detail. Pretty decent build, a little repetitive on the arms, but I mean, that's what you expect when you're going to build 6 arms. But, you know, it's a kit that I could recommend. So I think we're pretty much going to end the video there, more or less. Does anyone have any questions about the Silver Bullet? Oh, let's also look at the spare parts you get, by the way. You get quite a bit. So all of this stuff here is spare. That as well. And this.